You are listening to the Healthy Christian Women Podcast, brought to you by Fit Plus Faith, the podcast for Christian women to grow healthier in their mind, body, and spirit. Jumpstart your health with your complimentary mind, body, and spirit detox checklist at healthychristianwomen.com/detox. That's healthychristianwomen.com/detox. Here's your host, Dr. Melody Stevens.
Good morning. Hi, Dr. Melody here, and welcome to our Natural and Non-Toxic Living series. I am so excited about this. I'm so excited to be sharing with you this morning about just amazing things that I'm learning about nature, about our health, and how we can return to nature when it comes to caring for our body, right? God gave us everything we need in nature, in the food, in the plants themselves, right? In water, like He gave us everything that we need. But we have polluted it, and we have twisted it and manipulated it, and now toxins run rampant in our life, so many of it outside of your control. It's just everywhere. Let's dive in. Good morning, everybody. Elizabeth, Cynthia, I love to see you here. Diana. All right. I wanted to talk to you about something super, super fascinating. When I learned this, I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. But then again, it makes sense, but we just have to learn. We just have to be educated. And that's what this series is going to be about, is just teaching you the things that I'm learning too, so that we can go on this amazing health journey together. And so if you've been a part of our community for any length of time, you've most likely heard me talk about the Daily 5. You've most likely heard me talk about Water Wednesday. And so these are things that we can do in our health that help our bodies function at their optimal level, right? And we talk about how important it is to drink water. We need water, guys. Like there'll be, sometimes you'll look back and like, oh my gosh, like I drank everything but water today. But our body needs water. It is made of water. Our earth is made of water, right? Water is so important. However, here's where it takes a crazy turn. When water is in certain things, like your products that you put on your body and on your skin, it actually becomes toxic. And how can that be, right? Water is just H2O. That doesn't make any sense. But water, in order to keep it stable, in order to allow like a lotion or a cream to remain creamy and to not separate and, separate all the layers and, get clumpy and weird. When they add water, they now have to add additional chemicals that are toxic for you. They have to add additional things to allow it to be stable like that. So the addition of water means that there is now having to be additional chemicals that are going to make it stay that way. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you today, and I'm going to teach you that having products for your body that do not have water in them is actually the healthier, better way, less toxic way of putting things on your skin and on your body. I want you to think about your skin. Our skin is so challenging to like fully wrap our head around, like how amazing of an organ it is for us. It's a living, breathing organ. It's our largest organ in our body, but we just take it for granted because we just think, oh, it's just skin. But no, your skin is a huge entry into your blood, a huge entry passageway right into your body. And so this is why they can deliver medication through a cream, through a patch, right? This is why they can do that, because it goes immediately into your blood. And so I want you to start thinking of your skin as actually a mesh. Your skin is like a super intense mesh. Things can absolutely go either way, in and out. And it's like a sponge. It just takes in whatever's on top of it because it's a mesh. If you're covered in mesh, then of course everything you put on is going to go in, right? So we have to start changing the way that we are viewing things for us to fully understand that it does matter what you put on your body, what you put on your skin, you know? And this includes like all the different things that our skin comes in contact with, like our laundry detergent that then passes on those chemicals to our clothing that then press up against our body. That still goes into our body. You know, what we wash our dishes with, that goes into our body because it's on our hands, you know? What we are around and what we breathe in, what you breathe goes into your body. So even fumes and toxins like that. So our body is just like absorbing all this stuff, and it's incredible because it does its best to keep us at an even keel, but it's working overtime. It's working overtime. So we can do things that are going to help us not have to work so hard to stay healthy, not have to work so hard to feel better. All we have to do is start identifying and eliminating the sources of toxins coming into our body, and there we go. Have you ever had what I would call alligator skin? Have you ever had alligator skin? I don't even know how else to describe it, but it's like the worst dry skin you could ever have that literally starts to look like these huge like alligator scales. Oh my gosh, that used to be my skin. I used to have that all over my legs. It was like so embarrassing. Yes, Alma, perfumes, right? What you breathe in. Those are a lot of perfumes. They smell so good, but a lot of perfumes are petroleum-based toxins that we're breathing in. Anyways, it's crazy, right? So have you ever had alligator skin or like super just crazy dry skin, and like you're like, why will nothing help me? You know, like why is no lotion or cream or anything helping me? My husband is a construction worker, okay? Just what does that already tell you? Rough hands, right? So his hands for our whole marriage, right? We've been married 17 years and he's been in construction for 18. And so his hands have always been just these rough, rugged man hands, like just the epitome of man hands. And then when winter comes around, his knuckles will crack and they're so rough and they're so hard and they're so dried out and they're just so, calloused. We've tried everything. I've tried everything for my alligator skin. He's tried everything for his man hands, and nothing worked long term. It's like now it just feels greasy, or like it helps it for a little while, but not for very much longer. Like, are you a product of having half-used lotion bottles all over your house? Anybody else but me? Half-used lotion bottles everywhere. I used to keep a lotion bottle like in all the bathrooms, in my car. I have a whole like box full of unused lotion or half-used lotion in my drawers and under my sink because nothing would work. Like you try it for a little while and then it just doesn't work. And so it's like, what is happening? Do I just have to like live bathed in lotion? Like how much water can I drink? Why am I still not hydrated? I'm drinking so much water. I'm putting on so much lotion. Why am I still not hydrated in my skin? What is wrong, right? Have you ever wondered those things? Like that has fully been me. What is wrong? It doesn't make sense. But then I learned to understand what the lotions were made out of, what the creams were made out of. And when I learned that water inside of a cream or a lotion actually takes the water out of your body, then it began to make sense. So listen to this. If our skin is a mesh that things can come and go through it, because it's a mesh, if I put something that has water and all other chemicals now that I know in it to keep it stable, if I put that on my skin, but it's a mesh, water attracts water. So if I put water-based something on my skin, it attracts and pulls out the water that was in my skin. Is this starting to make sense? This is like chemistry. Chemistry 101. Guys, I hated chemistry. I had to take like the high levels of organic chemistry and biochemistry. I had to do all of this in my undergrad to get me to my doctorate program for physical therapy. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, let me take any other classes to fulfill these requirements and get me to PT school. But I had to take chemistry, and I had to take like years of advanced chemistry, and I hated it. I think chemistry was like the only classes that I barely passed, like with a C. Like, I don't have C's or D's or anything in anything but chemistry. I was like, what is the lowest amount of effort and work I can do to pass this stupid class, because I hated it? And now, but I passed because I had to get to PT school, right? That was part of my trajectory of my career. But now I realize chemistry is amazing. Has God ever taken you full circle on something where you're like, oh my gosh, I used to hate that, but now I realize how important it is, and now I'm actually beginning to understand it and to like it a little bit? Chemistry is so fascinating. And now you have to be educated in your products, and as a consumer, you have to know a little bit of chemistry to at least make some basic positive health decisions for yourself. So if you know that water attracts water, it's just the way the molecules are. It finds itself and it like pulls itself towards itself, okay? So if I put a water-based something, anything, on my skin that is a mesh, it will pull the water from on the opposite side of the mesh inside my skin. It will pull the water out, and then it evaporates into the air. This is why. This is why, like, I hope some major light bulbs are like going off for you right now. This is why a regular water-based liquid lotion will never fully give you the hydrated, moisturized skin that you've been wanting. And this is why my alligator skin would never go away. This is why my husband's man hands would never be fully healed. They would be softer for a little while, for like a half a day. And then every day he would have to do it again and again and again, and like nothing happening. Thank you for that light bulb, Oma. You know, the light bulbs should be going off. It's like, whoa, it makes sense, because my skin is an organ. It's not a solid. My skin is not a wallpaper that I put something on and it stays on top. My skin is a breathable mesh. Things go in and things come out. They go in and out constantly. And so this was such a huge moment for me. Oh my gosh. So when I realized I have to be aware now, if I'm putting a water-based something, if water is one of the first 3 ingredients in there, it's only going to be a temporary thing. And then what were the other toxins or the other stabilizers and emulsifiers and things that they had to add in order to keep it a creamy consistency? So let me show you what I learned and what I use now that is like transformed my skin and my husband's hands. My husband's hands, they're healed. They're healed. They're soft. I can't believe it. Like, we hold hands and I just can't stop rubbing his knuckles because I'm still like in shock and almost denial that his hands are so soft. They haven't been that way for over 15 years. But this is what I found out. So let me show you guys what I use now, and it's revolutionized everything. So now I do not use liquid-based anything on my skin. This is my moisturizer. My daily moisturizer is a solid. My daily, can you see this? My daily lotion, and I don't even need to put it on every day, guys. It's so outrageous. I don't even need to put it on every day. Every 2 to 3 days, because my skin is so moisturized and it's healing. It's healing because this is made completely from nature. This is completely from nature. There's no artificial chemicals, dyes, colors. This is a beautiful orange color because it's made with calendula, which is a botanical, which comes from the marigold flower. It's this beautiful orange color and it's healing for our skin. And so these products are not made with any water in them whatsoever. So what you do to get the moisture is you wash your face, or you clean your body, you take a shower, and you have water on your skin. You don't want to take the water out of your skin. You want to bring the water into your skin because it's a mesh. So you have water on your face, you have water on your skin, and then you rub this all